Undertale is a popular game that's been out for some time. Many people are familiar with the different endings of the game. To unlock them, you have to finish the game by performing very specific actions. For example, there is the neutral route, the so-called normal ending. To achieve it, you have to finish the game having killed at least one monster. There's also the Pacifist route, unlocked by finishing the game without killing any monsters. In reality, it's a neutral route. It is also called the Pacifist Pit. It's a beautiful ending, but it's not the most beautiful of all. The most beautiful, without a doubt, is the true Pacifist route. To unlock it, finish the game without killing any monsters, but also by befriending most of the main characters. Alphys is one of them, for example. And then there's the other ending, the Genocide route. The Genocide route can only be achieved under one single condition: kill all the monsters in the game. It's not enough to just kill the monsters you encounter, right? That will lead you to a neutral route. You have to kill absolutely all living beings you can fight with. That is, you have to seek out the monsters missing from your horrible record yourself, and kill them until there's not a single one left. This path is bleak, and will attract the hatred of all the game's monsters. So after some thought, I started to wonder if there was a true Genocide route. After all, there is the true Pacifist route. In that case, how to trigger it. I researched extensively, and I had never seen anyone succeed in triggering it. I ended up convincing myself that it didn't exist, until a few days ago. I had finished Undertale again on Genocide route. So, as usual, I erased the other world, and I was ready to start a new game. Only, my PC acted extremely weirdly. I suddenly got a return to the desktop. So I thought of a game crash. But no, the game was still open, and the tab was still in the start bar of my desktop. So I clicked on it, and then Undertale opened on a completely black screen. I don't know how long I waited, but after a while, a small window appeared on the screen. Given the sound that occurred at Text Avenue, I immediately knew it was Sans. How was this possible? I had just killed him and the game hadn't been reset yet. I read what was written and immediately understood what was wrong. I hope you're proud of yourself, Frisk. You've killed absolutely everyone, and now here you are again in front of me, without having clearly weakened. Blood or determination, if you will, flowing from the single wound I had made on his chest. You are so much worse than I had imagined. To the point that I don't even have the strength to make a joke. What do you plan to do now? And then, without expecting it, a fight against him started. At the moment, I was really happy to have finally discovered an alternative flaw to Genocide. But when I saw the options that were presented to me during the fight, I quickly understood that it was going to be particularly difficult. Morally, I could only attack Sans without having the possibility to spare him. However, instead of the traditional button, the fight was displayed as completed. What was Frisk going to do to Sans, who was already on the brink of death? Meanwhile, Sans kept sending me some messages. Some said, "Do what you have to do." Others still said, "You are really the worst scum that can exist." I had no other choice but to select the HV option, and when I clicked on it, the screen turned black. The sound that Sans was producing seemed to be slowed down as the screen started to flash red. In the background, you could hear the sounds of knives entering flesh. I never could have thought that the game Undertale could be so gloomy. I had goosebumps. I almost quit the game. While the sounds had just stopped, the screen, on the other hand, had turned black again. I waited a long time in front of my screen, but nothing happened. Was that all? This is how the road ends. Real Genocide. I restarted the game hoping to see other images, my curiosity getting the better of me. Throwing them the title screen of Undertale seemed as normal as it gets. I started a game again, but strangely, I wasn't asked for my name. And after a moment the game started. I found myself back in the underworld, but something was wrong. I didn't get any cinematic, nor even any music. But the strangest thing was my character. It was some kind of ghost, floating in the air, except it didn't have a mouth or even eyes. It was just some kind of white shape, like Napstablook, but without a face. I was really uncomfortable seeing it. I could control the ghost, but it was particularly slow. The place where he was just darkness. Everything was perfectly black. I moved forward for several minutes. Despite the darkness, I could make out his movements, which comforted me in the idea that he was really moving forward on the map. I moved forward like this for several seconds, with nothing happening at all. I started to lose patience when a message suddenly appeared on the screen. It was my character. The latter said, "What have I done?" I kept moving forward, then tried to walk a little backwards and to the sides. A new message then appeared. "So this is my punishment?" After another moment, another message appeared. "So this is all I deserve." "No, that's what you deserve." In an instant, my controls were no longer responding. I was trying to move forward, back or step to the side, but nothing was happening. Without warning, the ghost turned around and faced me for the first time since the start of this new game. He continued, "It's you. You are the only one to blame." I was speechless. The ghost seemed to be speaking directly to me. "Answer me."
You behind your screen. Why did you make me do all this? Why do you take so much pleasure in killing everyone? Answer me.
I was so surprised that I didn't know what to do. I wanted to close the game with a cross, but the moment I did that, the pointer of my mouse disappeared from the screen. "Is that what you're looking for?" The ghost raised its hand and showed me the mouse cursor it was holding.
Don't even try to unplug your PC or turn off your screen, because I promise you, it will become 1,000 times worse.
I no longer understood what was happening, and I couldn't believe that the game was directly talking to me. To me, Jake, a simple Undertale player. You know, it's me who has the ability to load or save. Despite my efforts to move the mouse, the cursor wouldn't appear on the computer screen.
Why are you insisting so much? Jake, I'm the one with the mouse. Look.
Your crimes have made you blind. When I saw my first name on the screen, I almost left the room. He kept waving the mouse pointer over his head. Now it's my turn.
To play, Jake. We're going to count to 3, and I'm gonna load a...
New game. What was he thinking? I saw a face appear. The latter looked like that of the television on Photoshop. Flowy too. His face inched ever closer to the screen. I was on the verge of screaming. When he said 3, my computer screen glitched, and all sorts of characters appeared on the screen. I tried to move the mouse, but nothing was happening. Among the countless characters, his ultimate message was displayed in red.
The only way to start over on a good basis is to erase everything. Absolutely everything. Erasing one reality will serve no purpose, but erasing all of them, all those you've created, will allow this world to resurrect. And I hope that this time you won't make the same mistake. Otherwise, I will come back and I will do even worse.
Following that, the screen turned off and my computer made a strange noise. I attempted to turn the screen on multiple times, but realized the issue was with my tower. My computer had just fried, and since that day, I have never been able to turn it back on. Until now, I have never touched Undertale again. I know this game is very moralizing, but I never thought it could be to this extent. Moreover, how did the game manage to get my personal information? And also, how could it control my PC in this way? I absolutely knew nothing about it, and in any case, I had learned my lesson. I'll never underestimate this game again. Because if there's one thing I don't want to know, it's the fate it has in store for me. If I start a path again, real genocide?